am not one to believe in the supernatural, but the series of horrifying events that unfolded in my life left me questioning everything I once knew. It began innocently enough, strange noises and shadows in the corners of my vision. I brushed it off as mere imagination, but soon the terror would consume my every thought. Late one night, I found myself unable to sleep. The silence in my room was oppressive, broken only by the faint ticking of the clock. I closed my eyes, hoping for some rest, but as I drifted into slumber, I felt a strange presence around me. In my dream, I stood alone in a desolate forest, the moon's pale light barely illuminating my surroundings. Fear gripped me, and I tried to wake myself, but I was trapped in the nightmare. A cold breeze sent shivers down my spine, and I heard a haunting whisper, calling my name from the darkness. Come to me, the voice echoed. Against my better judgment, I followed the voice, my feet moving of their own accord. I stumbled upon an ancient, abandoned mansion that seemed to materialize out of thin air. Its windows were shattered, and ivy crept up the decaying walls. As I stepped inside, the air grew heavier, and an oppressive feeling weighed upon my chest. Each step echoed through the empty halls. The house was like a maze, with hallways that led to dead ends and rooms filled with forgotten memories. In my dream, I entered a room filled with old photographs scattered across the floor. I picked one up, and to my horror, I saw myself in the picture, standing in front of the same mansion. The date written on the back was from over a century ago. My heart pounded as I continued exploring the mansion. The haunting voice persisted, guiding me through the eerie labyrinth. I felt like a puppet, controlled by some malevolent force. Every step I took drew me deeper into the darkness, my waking self watching helplessly from within the dream. I reached a room with a decrepit mirror hanging on the wall. As I gazed into it, my reflection seemed distorted, like a faceless specter staring back at me. The whispering grew louder, and I saw a figure shrouded in darkness standing behind me in the mirror's reflection. In a panicked frenzy, I tried to escape the room, but the door slammed shut, sealing me inside with the menacing presence. I pounded on the door, pleading for release, but my voice echoed through the empty halls unanswered. Time lost its meaning in that nightmarish realm, and I felt myself slipping further away from reality. The house fed on my fear, twisting my mind and tormenting my soul. Suddenly, the walls around me began to contort, their surfaces coming alive with sinister images. My deepest fears manifested before my eyes, and I realized that I was trapped within my own subconscious, reliving every suppressed horror. It wasn't until the first light of dawn broke through my window that I jolted awake. My heart raced, and I clung to the reality of my room, reassuring myself that it was just a nightmare. But the terror didn't end there. Each night, I found myself drawn back to the mansion in my dreams, unable to escape its malevolent grasp. Sleep became a dreaded ordeal, and I grew weary from the constant torment. I sought help from experts, but no one could explain the haunting in my dreams. As days turned into weeks, I became a shell of my former self, haunted both day and night. To this day, I am still trapped in that nightmarish cycle, struggling to discern what's real and what's not. I live in fear of closing my eyes, unsure if I will ever wake up from the haunting in my dreams.